surface. Start taking these up. I'll go grab the rest in the shop. I'll do that.
Okay. The last one.
Last green. It is now officially summer and all of our hay is finally being cut outside. So happy to see that. Always a good feeling to see that being mowed down. It is incredibly hot out there. It's also hot in here, which is why I'm sweating so much. We have a lot that still needs to be done here in the apartment, despite the fact that we are getting very, very close to completion.
Yeah, so last week we had the countertops put in, all of the cabinets are in. We tried to get all of our appliances in. However, the stove didn't fit because the countertops aren't quite right. So hopefully they're gonna remedy that tomorrow. But for today, we have one last wall that is unfinished here in the apartment build, and that is our stone accent wall, so we're gonna get going on that.
Melissa's back here getting everything organized for our project here today. We're going to be doing this stone accent wall here, much like we did over in the main house using the same product. This is Airstone. We have two different colors. We have Autumn Mountain and Spring Creek. The reason Melissa's back here getting everything organized is because we have to mix those colors in a way that makes sense, and I am colorblind. So this is 100% on her. She's gonna pass me each piece that needs to be stuck up on the wall. There's a adhesive that you basically just back butter each piece with. Very easy to work with. We're so happy and ecstatic with how this turned out in the house. Can't wait to see how it looks in here. All right, Mama, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
On you for the colors. Ooh, Captain Unison, look at that.
This is gonna go beautifully.
Ah, don't jinx it.
No,
See,
we're ready.
You just ruined it.
We're ready.
No,
Let's
you
start
ruined
with the big block. All right, Jeremy butters the pieces and sticks them on the wall, and I will help here eventually once we get up past the windows because then it doesn't need to follow the same pattern. But what I am doing is directing the colors. So in each box, you get 3 trays of the base color, and so we have 3 khaki colors, and then you get 3 accent colors that are a little bit different. Khaki. And then in the gray box, we get 3 just kind of medium gray base colors, and then you get these accent colors. So you have to be really heavy on the base color because that's what you have the most of, and then you just sprinkle in the accent colors. So we want to make it look natural. We don't want a pattern, so it gets a little tricky.
All right, so we've been at this for about an hour and a half. We're maybe a quarter or so of the way up the wall. Things are coming together nice. You can see that we are staggering all of our seams just because that's the proper way of doing it, and it just helps things visually. It's more appealing to the eye. Also, we are making a bunch of cuts around all of our outlets. Once we get to this windowsill portion with all the trim, we'll have to make a bunch of notches in pieces around there. For this row that's directly beneath the bottom portion of the window, we're gonna take some of these bigger pieces and actually rip them down. Otherwise, if we use the smaller, narrow ones, we're gonna have a tiny little gap there. So it's going well, it's just a little time consuming.
All right, we are roasting up here, and I think tomorrow's gonna be even hotter, and the next day is gonna be even hotter. So that AC would be really nice right about now. We do have AC in here. It's just not actually hooked up yet. So I can see it, but I can't feel it. So we actually had a goal of having Nevaeh in here for her birthday, which is in August. It's at the very beginning of August. She's gonna be 18 years old, and this apartment is going to be the weaning pad that weans her out into the adult world. So we're not gonna make that goal. We're so close. We are so close, but we're not gonna make it. I think we're gonna be about a month behind schedule.
What you got going on right here, Mama? What's happening exactly?
Some of the pieces are not as tall as other pieces, so I'm making up the difference with my makeshift shimmies there.
So we got a little cattywampus in this little section here. Melissa is remedying that best she can. I think we're gonna wrap up just these final couple rows that she's working on. We're both dying, sweating. It's so hot. This is a 2-story structure. We are upstairs, so all the heat is rising up here. And we got a lot done. We're gonna jump back into getting this hopefully wrapped up tomorrow. It's looking good though.
Good stuff. The hay farmer is here this morning flipping our hay, which is really cool because when they use a swather, they cut it all down, it lays in rows for 24 to 48 hours, and the top dries. But the underside is still really green and wet, and you can't bale it like that because you will get mold in your bales, which is really bad for the horses. And of course, this is horse hay. So he is flipping it now and putting it into windrows. This allows air to move through it. It's nice big puffy rows. It allows the underside to dry and just all of the hay to dry up. And then in another day or two, they will come back and bale it.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Before we get going today, I want to answer a question that keeps popping up on Instagram and Facebook and even here on YouTube, and that is, what service is it that we keep talking about that we use to keep our personal identifiable information offline? Well, that service is called Delete Me, and yes, we have been using it for about 9 months. When we first started using it, we could not believe how much of our personal information was on the internet and how much they were actually able to get deleted for us. So you know those random phone calls and those phishing emails that we all get? Not only are they annoying, but they are a huge sign that your personal information is being sold online. That puts you at risk for scams and also identity theft. Since using their service, Delete Me has found hundreds of different data brokers with our personal information, and their privacy experts took it from there. They removed over 900 listings with our personal data. And the cool thing is they continue to scan the web, making sure that our information doesn't pop up again. They do have individual plans, but we actually signed up for the family plan. That way we can protect everyone under one convenient plan. This is particularly important if you want to protect elderly family members, because unfortunately they happen to be the biggest target of scammers. So remember guys, it is called Delete Me, and all you have to do to give it a try for yourself is click the link down below or go to joindeleteme.com/GSL. And remember to use our code GSL to get 20% off. All right, I see a stove that fits.
Stove is in. Wasn't a big deal. It took like 5 minutes to fix.
Awesome.
Like it?
I love it.
Looks normal.
Good. All right, you ready?
Not quite. I gotta rub this scrunchy face.
I'm ready.
Scrunchy.
Thank you. Okay, so as I was unpacking the last 2 boxes, I realized that I screwed up. When I went upstairs to take inventory of what we had, I was just going off of the boxes that I saw, and I didn't take into account that we had leftovers that were just kind of odds and ends leftovers when we did the house, and I just reloaded them into whatever box. So I thought that we had a whole box of gray, and it turns out that it was actually an entire box of tans. So when I ordered more tan and not more gray because I thought we were gray heavy, and now it turns out that we're gray short. So we have no more of the dark grays, and we're only halfway up the wall. So I'm going to do my best to try to make it still look really mixed. But if we start getting near the top and it starts just looking like medium gray and medium tan, and we don't have those pops of color, those accent colors, we're literally going to have to stop and order more stone and wait.
Right, our center section of wall is complete. Melissa and I are gonna start working on the 2 ends to get up and over those windows. It's just gonna require some additional notching. Once we're there though, smooth sailing, we'll be home free.
All right, we're doing pretty well, and we are almost done. However, we are dangerously low on the colors that I was talking about. I only have a few of those little accent colors left, so we're trying to be really, really careful about where we use them and how often we use them. But at the same time, like I mentioned, we can't have it looking different. So if we get to the top and all we have is the color of the DMV left, then we're gonna have to stop, because we can't have like a tan stripe at the top. That'd be weird.
Beige. A lot of beige. Every time you say accent, I start thinking about accents. It's throwing me off. Yo, come on, we got a Jamaican corner up there. I just checked. It is 101 degrees out there right now.
How hot is it in here? It's hotter in here.
No. You know what's making me think about though?
What?
Our first summer here, when we were living in the trailer in the barn, and remember those hot days? There's just no getting away from it. It was like 110 inside a metal building where we were trying to seek out some shade and stuff.
That's what happens when you live in a barn.
It's much better now, because I know after this, we get to go inside to a normal house. It's an AC.
We only have 4 rows left to go, and normally I would say 15 minutes, buzz up to the top. But this is where it gets complicated because as you can see now that we're at the top of the window, it leaves us with this tiny little sliver. And then we have to get back in line with these. So Jeremy's going to have to rip down every single piece above the windows and make sure that they're perfect so that we don't mess this line up. And then when we get to the top row, we're gonna be left with another sliver. So he's gonna have to rip down all the way across the wall. So he definitely has a lot of cutting in the sun ahead of him. Well, it is after 7 o'clock. We have been up here so long. I thought that it was like 5 and the kids just informed me that it is golden hour. We like to walk during golden hour in the summertime. We wait all year to have our golden hour walks. So we're gonna call it quits, even though all we have left is that top little row and this section back here. But my fears are confirmed. We are officially out of regular size pieces. So we now have to cut regular size pieces out of all the extra blocks that we have. And it's probably another couple hours of work. So we're hot, we're tired, and we have walks to take.
All right, Mama, here's bailed.
I see.
I moved what I could. My hand and arm are absolutely killing me.
Oh no, they got so much worse.
Pain.
You need to take Benadryl.
A lot of pain. Ah, stupid bees. So last night I was outside playing a little frisbee with the kids and I just randomly had a couple of hornets attack me. I got stung once on my forearm, on my right arm, and then once on my left hand. And if you can't make that out, it is incredibly swollen. Keep in mind, because I got stung here, this hand is also swollen, but this hand, absolutely out of control. This is actually really painful. There's a lot of pressure there and my skin is now starting to itch.
Oh no.
That fun little symptom. So I'm gonna try some Benadryl. We have a lot that needs to be done this week. I'm hoping that this is gonna get in the way.
So while Jeremy waits for his Benadryl to kick in, we have the plumbers here and they're getting the toilet in and all of the faucets, and they showed up with an 80-gallon tank, which is something that wasn't available when we got our water tank for the house. So we decided that we were gonna put the 80 in the main house and put the 50 that we have in the house over in the addition build, since it's only gonna be one person staying in there. So we're really excited about the upgrade, and we're also really excited to have another flushing toilet over there in the addition.
So it has been a very busy and productive day around here with lots of change and updates. Melissa's going to show you all of that in a second. I, fortunately for myself, got to take a nap through pretty much the majority of it. Slept off that Benadryl dose. My hand, that bee sting, my hand and arm are both feeling much better. Swelling is starting to subside, which is good because we still have the last of this accent wall that we need to get wrapped up, and then past this we're going to head outside to scoop up some hay bales.
Jeremy is getting those pieces cut, and I thought I would quickly show you guys what the plumbers got done. So we got the beautiful copper faucet. If you don't think it's beautiful, that's okay. You don't have to. I think it looks great. It's just such a fun little accent piece. The dishwasher is in. We already ran that, working great. The fridge is in. It is cold. It is making ice. It just needs its handles. And then over in the bathroom, it actually looks like a bathroom now. So please ignore the shower. It's still insulation. We have the entire shower build still to do. So they weren't able to plumb that, but they got the faucet in and the toilet. Toilets are always exciting because we didn't have a flushing toilet for 2.5 years when we moved out here. It was all buckets and it wasn't great. So every time we see a toilet go in, it's a big blessing. So the plumbing looks awesome. We are so close to getting this place done. Do you want to do the honors?
You're gonna let me do the honors?
Do you want to do it together?
No, that's cheesy. Absolutely not.
I want to do it together. Okay, here we go. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
That was it.
We done did it.
Okay.
Rock wall. No, it looks good. Holy cow, that was a lot of work though.
Yeah, it was. All right, it's about 97 degrees. It's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Nevaeh's called in some friends, and we have about 200 bales of hay to get off this field and stacked in the barn before dark.
Try to satisfy my heart, though the earth may try to tell me you're not faithful, though the earth may try to blind me from your goodness, you shine through.
What better than 0?
You're the only one who fills me up. Oh, you're the only one who fills me up. Oh, you're the only one who fills me up. Oh, you're the only one.
Every year I usually have to buck hay, but this year the teenagers have gotten older, the friends have gotten older, and now we don't have to buck hay anymore because teenagers. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
I think he just wants down.
In the heat of the summer, it's difficult to fathom the months of cold that we have ahead of us. But now is the time that we start preparing our animals and our family for the winter. I love this life because we are always having to work and prepare for the next season. The choice to live an intentional life has not been easy, but it's been such a blessing because it's something that is real. Haying always seems to fall on the hottest week of the year, but watching the kids grow taller and stronger each season and being able to measure that by how high they can toss a bale has been so fun to watch. I look forward to this evening every year because at the end, as we look across the empty field that once again provided, we feel immense satisfaction in a good day's work. And honestly, there isn't much better than that.